C-Roll Money. That's C.R.O. Host of Nerd and Friends podcast. Here tonight with my co-host, Codename Comment.
Yeah, what's happening, my fellow blurs, nerds, and peaceful herds? How y'all doing?
Man, we just watched the Gotham Knights trailer, the new CW show that's coming out. Long line of shows that CW has put out with DC characters, and this ain't it.
This ain't it. It can't be it.
This ain't it. We gonna get into it real quick, but before we get into that, if this is the first time joining us, thank you. If you're a returning listener, thank you. And if you're not already, please subscribe to us wherever podcasts are available and follow us on social media. All the links in the description. Y'all ready? Let's just get into this premise real quick of what's going on here in this show. So Batman is dead. We've got another Batman show without Batman in it, which has been going on for years. Let's just start right there.
It's a theme.
It's the last time we got like a genuine Batman live action show. It was with Adam West. Rest in peace.
God rest his soul, because he was and probably will be the only to do it. Like I feel like at this point, I'm not surprised by Batman not being in this show. They've done it every chance they got. They get me in Gotham. They got me in Titans.
This time they've like gone full blown killed him. Like in other shows, so the other live action quote unquote Batman shows they've had, Birds of Prey. He wasn't in that. He was missing.
Batwoman.
Who was missing. If you want to count Titans, we got Batman and a
Bruce.
nightmare scene, and then we got the worst Bruce Wayne since George Clooney.
Where's Bruce Wayne? I like him as an actor, but he didn't do Bruce justice.
Bruce Wayne isn't British. I feel like I could have whooped Batman ass. I should never feel like I could whoop.
That should just be a staple. I feel like I can whoop his ass? Unless
it's Kevin Conroy, I should not feel like I should be able to walk up and whoop Batman's ass.
Yeah, I mean, bro did his thing in Game of Thrones, bro. He might have some skills.
That's not even. We don't even end it there. We got Pennyworth, which is a show about a young Alfred. Batman ain't even born yet. And
the story no one asked for.
And then you got Gotham, where it's a Bruce Wayne again. He's not Batman yet. He hasn't done any of the training. And meanwhile, we got like our third live action portrayal of Superman in the TV shows right now, which is why is it so consistent with these Superman TV shows as opposed to a Batman? Arrow showed us you can make a Batman show. They pretty much.
Oh yeah.
They gave him all Batman villains. Just make a Batman show, please.
Arrow showed us that you can make a Batman show. Gotham showed us that you could clearly tell a good show about villains. Where like, if ever there should have been a Batman, like
just a new season shows him training in a new part of the world.
You know what I'm saying?
Different villain, he'll do Ra's al Ghul when he's training with the League of Shadows. He'll do some magical villain when he's learning magic with Zatanna. He'll face somebody sciencey when he's learning about chemistry and shit. Maybe that's the first time we'll get Mr. Freeze or something.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Just give it to him.
Chances.
Back to the mess that is Gotham Knights. The TV show, not the game. I hope the game does way better. I hope the game
fuck them niggas in the game
than what the show is looking like. So
and Hold on. Before while we on the game real quick, fuck them niggas in the game because
oh my goodness,
there should be no reason we have to go a whole new generation up just to play this shit. Like y'all, until y'all make it where the PS5 or the Xbox Series S is 500 and sat at 500, I can just go pick that bitch off the shelves. Like you need to be making everything for everything, because otherwise it's like you just dwarfed half of your profit sales because you're now forcing people to have to, like I said, go up a gen just to play the shit. Like there's not a whole lot of DC content that is worth a damn. And then you finally give us the opportunity of playing an Arkham Knight games and co-op. Fuck y'all, DC. Like I thought y'all made some bad decisions before, but this one here. But then again, we got this bullshit Gotham Knights, so I'll let you go. I just needed to get that off my chest real quick. You got a PS5, so you ain't tripping.
Yeah, I understand. I understand the frustration. That was me about 15 days ago, but I'm kind of settled in now. Next genning it up, but getting back to the story, Batman is dead, and one of the main suspects is his son, Turner Hayes. Not Dick Grayson, not Jason Todd, not Tim Drake, not Damian Wayne. Turner Hayes.
Who? Like, just who, nigga?
I don't understand it. You have so many different characters you can pull from in this instance. So you could have named this nigga Terry.
You could have named this nigga Terry.
You could have named him John Paul Valley. And he's adopted. So it literally could have been
anybody. What's the point?
You give me Turner fucking Hayes, who didn't know Bruce Wayne was Batman, apparently. I don't know what skills he's gonna have, what makes him a likable character. They think he killed Bruce because he wanted his money, and he looks like he would have killed Bruce to get his money. Like one of those rich douchebag. I don't know. I don't know. He's got his Dockers and his boat shoes on, man. You know what I mean?
He looks, as someone who went to private school, he looks like every private school kid I've ever met.
He's got about 5 ascots.
Bro, at least. Dockers for days, bro. Bro got Sperry's up to his motherfucking knees. Like he got enough to get through, bro. Like I've never seen such a lame looking main character. And I'm not, and no disrespect to the actor, I just feel like as the actor, I'd have walked into it, it's like, hey, bro, who the fuck is Turner? Like, it pulled up the scroll of possible names that it could have been, bro. Because if you feel like you needed to create a new character, why create this character here when you then pull all of these other names like out of a hat? And it's like, bro, it's like, so clearly your research. You just missed one part, my nigga.
Well, another thing, if you're going to create a character and you still want to be inclusive and diverse, which we're going to get to when we round out this cast. Why this is an opportunity? You could have made this a black character.
This could have been Luke Fox.
Yeah, absolutely. It could have been Luke Fox. You're absolutely right. But if you felt the need to create a new character, why would you make it just another white guy in the long list of Batman sons when you could?
You could have created a new fan base by bringing in someone.
The next character I wanted to talk about is Carrie, who is based off of of Carrie Kelly from The Dark Knight Returns. She was the Robin. They changed her from a redhead
as they do
to a black girl. Like I don't understand what this attack is on, the redhead folk, turning them into black people. But again, now you've just created a black version of a white character, so people can say, "Oh, it's still not the original." When if you wanted to have a black character, you could have just made it the original character you made up. And for some reason, Carrie is the one that knows Bruce Wayne is Batman. She's the one that rescued Turner
and friends.
Turner and friends. The other people accused of killing Bruce Wayne. If you have so many people you think killed this man, and you get them all in one place, is that not weird? Wow, why would you want all your suspects in one place being transported like that?
Yeah, this doesn't sound like Gotham PD.
If they weren't all together at once, like why did you gather them all before?
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. So she's the one that's got access to, I guess, some type of technology. She threw a batarang.
I don't know, bro. She threw a batarang, bro. That's the only technical thing she had on, bro.
I mean,
maybe the goggles. Maybe the goggles.
Yeah, the goggles.
Kyle looked all kind of DTY, like. I didn't see anything that looked like Bat Tech to me. It looked like she got all her shit out of Costco. Like,
I mean, she got the suit look. I don't know.
Like she got it out of Costco.
She was there.
Like she pulled up with the perfect cosplay shit.
But she was there in her mom's car. You know how pissed I would be as a parent if you out here running around doing all this shit for this white man. He can't even give you a car. You got to trace this shit back to me. I don't have
wasting my damn gas.
Wasting my gas. Wasting my goddamn time. Now you got my plates out here dirty and shit.
Right.
Over. I got no time for that. You putting these kids in my car. I don't know them. They ain't
that shit's unrealistic. I need a story about her mom since we
not a black mama.
Right. It's like no, she wouldn't.
Black mama.
Shit. I didn't snuck out before. They locked my ass out the house. You told me all these nights she ain't got locked out once. Fuck you. Like, I don't believe it.
Another character in this show, I couldn't make her out in the trailer, but she's on the cast list, is Stephanie Brown, who is also another female Robin. I believe she dated Tim Drake at one point. Mm-hmm. And after being
spoiler.
Yeah, that's what it was. She became spoiler later on. Really like her character in Young Justice. There was a nice little arc about them in the newest season. Mm. But this just goes like, you got two great female Robins. I'm personally, fans of them and the property that they've shown up in. And I hate that they dragged them into this.
That's right. It's like, don't waste them on this.
Why would you drag them into this? You know what I mean?
You were doing just fine bringing Stephanie Brown to Batwoman before you canceled that. Like, if you really wanted to stick around with a Bat family, you could have molded that into something or created a Bat family that actually is the Bat family, not these sideline characters. And then to bring in Stephanie Brown and Carrie Kelly to just make them like to essentially put shame on their names. Like, this isn't going to do well.
I don't understand how they can really be their character, at least Stephanie Brown, you know what I mean? Like, I understand she's her own separate character. You can't I'm not tying her to Tim Drake or anything, but it just doesn't really make sense for any of these characters to really be there without the Batman connection.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
It doesn't make sense. That's their whole purpose. Like that's what that's not necessarily what makes them compelling, but their stories which leads them into the Batman, and then what they decide to do after knowing him is what makes them compelling. And then not having him in the show at all, or not having anyone who's like directly tied to him, like what is you doing? Like they're just names at this point.
I don't even want to go like off the idea that they didn't want to have two live action Dick Graysons running out at the same time because they've got one in Titans. Because you're very clearly open to multiverse. You're doing a Flashpoint movie. You know what I'm saying? Like we've got multiple Flashes.
We've seen both. We've seen both Supermans on screen together.
We've got multiple Batman running around here. Let's be real here. You know what I mean? Like
it's like you can't use that argument when you're using that to sell in other markets. Come on, bro. Makes sense.
I would just love to hear the rationale behind what's going on here. Just to talk a little bit further about the cast, the other people who have been accused of killing Bruce Wayne are the kids of villains, one of which is Duella Dent. I don't know if this version is Harvey's daughter, if it's the Joker's daughter.
Right. Like, how are you the daughter of the Joker? Unless the Joker is a woman in Harvey, but like, because.
Well, it kind of it switches if you like see the character and the comics. Mm-hmm. The comics haven't even really nailed like what she is, how her gimmick is. Like sometimes she's sometimes she's like Two-Face, sometimes she's like the Joker, sometimes she's like neither one of them. Mm-hmm. So it's like they don't really have the character fleshed out in the comics. Why would you even try to adapt her for live action?
Just for the name. I feel like they really went for the names here, and that's so pansy. Because in that case, it to me, it almost allows you to go off of the sheer fan base versus creating a story that's actually compelling and a story that actually is going to drive a new fan base to be created. Like you just took all of these names because you knew they were tied to Batman, and then you threw them in this show thinking it was going to stick. And then you made it make sense by saying like, these are your top, your number one suspects in a Batman murder. Like, and why is Harvey the cop? Like what, like, just go ahead and tell me this is a different universe and say this one was a wash, because this shit ain't gonna last.
Well, I still think Harvey, the district attorney. I just think he is just a little bit more active. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? A friend of Bruce Wayne, he shows up to tell his son that he's been murdered and stuff like that. When I see that he's on here as Harvey Dent, and man, it's crazy because he's Harvey Dent, but there's no Batman for him, for Two-Face. So, regardless, going back to Harvey being there, I'd be interested to see if they're going to make Duella his daughter and maybe he abandoned her or something. Mm-hmm. I can kind of see that storyline playing out and maybe that kind of leading to Harvey having those split personalities and his, kind of fall from grace in the public eye.
My thing is, if they are to go that route, but then why immediately say that she's the daughter of the Joker in the trailer? That just unless you tell me that the Joker is then a woman, but then
when I was reading another synopsis of the show, mm-hmm. It mentioned that she was born in Arkham, mm-hmm. so probably doesn't know who her father is. Like it's a rumor that she's the Joker's daughter because she's
it could also be It could be a adoption situation. Like she's using her father's name, like that's why she's known as Dwella Dent, because he trying to take her away from that BS.
Who adopted her? Like Harvey?
Like if Harvey adopted her.
Yeah, that's another possibility.
I mean, this Harvey seems like he doesn't. If it hasn't been shown yet, I'm not saying it won't happen, but it's like as of right now, like this Harvey does seem to be on the side of, the good side of the coin, I guess you could say. For now.
Ooh, for now. For now.
Yeah, it's like cool because who's to say like he ain't killed Batman?
What's good, y'all? It's your boy C Ro Money. That's C.RO $, host of the Nerding with Friends podcast. I wanted to start a podcast for as long as I can remember, and I found that Anchor was the best way to make that happen. Not only is it free and easy to use, but it distributes your podcast so it can be found on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many other platforms. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today on your podcast.
So here's a quick list of the people who are accused of killing Bruce Wayne. We've got Dwella, an unpredictable fighter and skilled thief who was born in Arkham Asylum and abandoned by her father. Harper Rowe, a streetwise and sarcastic engineer who can fix anything, and her brother Cullen Rowe, a clever transgender teen who is tired of being polite and agreeable.
So you got a thief, an engineer, and a nigga who's mad because people keep being mean to him, the fact that he gay, transgender. Okay. I feel like I feel like DC being real choosy. Like I'm not one for knocking diversity at all, but I feel like when it's just on the nose and it's just to tell your story, it's cheap.
Well, I will say this: reading further, they do mention that Stephanie Brown is a coder.
Okay.
A formidable coder at that. I guess that translates to hacking.
Yeah, I mean, like everything that they're saying about the characters is on brand. Like that's what I think that's what bothers me so much in this case is because it's not that it's I mean, personally to me, it's not that Batman's not in the show. Like I'm at the point where I'm used to it. Like so I can go for Batman not being in the show. I just don't like the Turner Hayes kid at this point. I feel like that could have easily been like a Damian Wayans, or like you said earlier, like if you're gonna create a new kid and you're going with diversity, make him black. Like we're not gonna know who he is regardless. Like there's so many ways that you could have made this make a little more sense where it's more, if you're going to go with all of this fan service anyway, like allow that to be kind of a driving force in a way, like, show us all of the kids and show us different things that, like that make them dope. Like I'm all for like those like secondary or sequel series in anime when they show you what everyone's been doing since then. Like why couldn't this been then, like if Batman dies, Nightwing steps in? Give me something make it even make sense, to the sense of saying like that they're out there. They don't even have to necessarily be the driving force of the show, but the fact that they were like, you got to be out of your damn mind to say that these would be the first 4 people who would give a damn about like whether or not Batman died. Like Batman has so many other, potential, like you said, sidekicks and underlings.
It sounds like this is kind of like a Dark Knight Returns type universe, just because Carrie is there, but maybe even in that universe, he had a Robin. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
so I don't know, but what really bothers me the most is the super big missed opportunity to tie this into the game.
Yeah.
Like if you have this show running along with the game, you can have like weekly little updates and shit that go along with the game, different skins, and tell me that wouldn't be a dope show to have Batgirl, Red Hood, Tim Drake, Robin, and Nightwing. Like, bro,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a dope little cast. I will accept a gone Batman if you're giving me all this.
Mm-hmm. And then you can still throw all these other characters in there, but like your driving first should have been the first four. And then you could have had Damian, been the more rash one who's trying to get stuff done in the worst way. So, while they're also trying to do things the right way, they got to make sure he stays out of trouble. Like, why was that not the story? Like,
Damian could have came along eventually,
You know what I'm saying? Like, it just would have had so much more grit. Like, you could have done so much more with that. Like, I would have taken that over Titans even.
Yeah, using these established characters to bring people in. Like, let's not act like CW has really been knocking it out of the park with their content. Half their stuff is getting canceled right now. I think the only thing they have left is Flash and the Superman show.
Yep, that's it.
And then you come with this weak sauce. Right. In a show where we have Superman raising a family, you can't give me any type of Batman in an alternate world. You can't give me nothing.
When he has the biggest list of known and notable cast and underlings, it was been so ezy.
It's so easy.
You're already doing it. It's like you're doing it. You're creating it already.
You could literally have him have that journey, traveling the world, have him come back to Gotham. You could even set it up like it was an era where you do flashbacks to when he was training. Have the first season be his year one fucking Batman show. The year one Batman show.
Just do Batman. Just take the Batman Begins series and make it shows. Because you basically did all of that. And just put more villains in it. Why wouldn't that make sense? Why are y'all not going for the easy thing? Is it because it's done already? Do you feel like you can't tell the same story because you keep doing it anyway? Why? It's like they're stepping up to the plate and getting ready to hit a home run, and every single time they whiff. And they only whiff because they're looking at the pretty girl in the stands. It's like, bro, she there. What is you doing? I just don't get it with DC. And like you said, it's you're at a time where all of your shows are starting to get canceled. You got money to put into one domain right now to let that blow up and then start to move into other places. And I feel like with you going with more of the HBO, the darker, and you're sticking to what DC typically does of being a little more grotesque in their stories. Why wouldn't you pour into a more, I don't know, adult version of a Batman story? You can't even really do that with this cast. You got a teenage cast.
Well, that's the CW's bread and butter, but it's probably gonna be a lot of drama, a lot of corny jokes, a lot of fucking shit you used to see in the CW.
You know who I blame on this, and it's a great show, but I blame All American for this.
What?
The show All American.
What they do?
It's just a show done in high school, and it's doing extremely well. They're on season 5, so I'm seeing them kind of take that same model and throw a superhero spin on it. And I feel like that's why they did this show. It's okay. Flash can taking stories directly from the comics can only go so far. I feel like that's what they learned with Flash, Arrow, and kind of Supergirl. Supergirl was to me the first one where they kind of drifted off, and then when you make Black Lightning, you get a little bit more into it a little bit, and then you drift completely off with Batwoman. And then now you get to where we are today with a show like this.
Well, let's be real. Arrow was damn near a Batman show.
It was.
It was damn near a Batman show.
It was. And then you had Gotham going on at the same time, which is which gives you all of Gotham's villains and how they were formed.
Gotham was a goddamn Harvey Dent show. I mean, a goddamn Commissioner Gordon show. A goddamn Commissioner Gordon show. Who the hell wants to watch
Gordon with Batman villains? Literally all of them.
It makes no sense. And it takes away a crucial part of Batman where it's like, did he create these villains? No, they're already there.
They're already there for him. And that's not it though. It's like, they were in Gotham, but.
And we know we were never going to get that moment where he suited up. We got whatever BS they gave us.
CGI.
It wasn't meant to be done.
No, it's not the justice.
Yeah, but it just wasn't. It wasn't the bat suit.
No,
it wasn't. At the end of Gotham, Batman was not there.
It was him standing on top of it was him looking over the city, but that's like he didn't hit nobody. He didn't fight. Like he didn't become we didn't see him be Batman. We saw him cosplay. Cosplaying on a building.
I don't understand the fascination.
But back to Gotham Knights and what you said is like
making a Batman show without Batman.
You just say the name every time. Oh, Batman's not here. Oh, it's a Batman show.
Even through the CW shows, the closest thing we got to a live action Batman was Kevin Conroy appearing as an evil one in the multiverse, the Crisis event they had a couple years ago. And even then, he wasn't in a bat suit at all during it. And we know he's existed on multiple Earths that they've been to, and we never get it. We never get it.
It's a tease every single time. But they proudly show us Superman.
We've gotten so many different variations and incarnations of Superman when it comes to live action. Mm-hmm. I mean, the ones we mentioned before, and even Brandon Roth, who played the Atom in the CW shows, appeared again as Superman after appearing in the Superman movies in the show as Kingdom Come Superman.
Right. And that was 10 years removed? Like they fished back in the years to go get him. They even use him.
And what else is that they always try to make everybody else seem so important. Like they put so much focus on this person. And it's like they're not better than that, man.
Yeah, like we don't care about them.
Yeah. Like I look at Batwoman for an example. They had that thing. Like, first of all, I don't know who trained her. I don't know who trained the person that succeeded her. I never watched Batwoman, so I won't sit here and give any criticism on it other than it don't got Batman in it.
That's all I know and care about. Hey man, it's a Batman show without Batman in it.
So
I thought it was cool when they brought the Batwing.
I don't know, man. It's just frustrating.
It just don't make sense.
I just
like how can you have
it could be so simple.
Right?
to just do the show.
I feel like it's the easiest show told. Like it's the easiest story ever told.
Why would you just not do the show? You could even do it doesn't a Batman year one show. I think that would be a great series.
Yeah,
but you can also just make a live action Batman show with him already Batman.
Like, I don't know if you saw, like, I don't know if you finished Gotham, but there's a point in Gotham where everything's, when they're like closed off from the rest of the world. Like, why not do that? Why not take the Arkham series or something and make that like live action? Why do y'all just ignore the stories that you're telling in all these other ways? Yeah, but I mean, I would even say, shout out to Winston Duke and all, but Batman Unburied is not the Black Batman that I want. Like, it's just not. I don't want no Black Batman. Like, I just, at this point, either tell other stories or just tell the story that we want. It just, like, why waste the time and money on these other shows?
Yeah, I don't understand why they just don't give us, at least me, just do it for me. I subscribe to shit and I buy comics and stuff. Like, do it for me. I watch it.
I'm a patron.
Yeah, come on, man.
I'm a patron. I'm putting money into your business.
Yeah, man. Are y'all excited for this show? Let us know. And as always, thank you again for listening. Please make sure to subscribe wherever podcasts are available. Check out the link in the description for all our social media channels. And until next time, it's been me, your boy, Zero Money, SC.R-O-double-dollar.
And me, your boy, Codename Comment. Y'all have a great one.
And we out here.
Peace.